you are looking to include the most beneficial exercises into your program, then here you go. Here are my top 5 favorite upper body exercises, allowing me to go from this to this in 1 year. Starting with number 5, we have a cuff tricep extension. A tricep extension will bias the long head of the tricep, which if you want big arms, you need to be effectively hitting, as it makes up anywhere from 50 to 60% of your total arm's mass. This is an extremely stable exercise. Just make sure you're limiting your shoulder from taking over. Now, I'll usually hold on to a D handle when I perform these, as it allows for higher degrees of motor unit recruitment, and it's just more comfortable, gives you something to brace onto. Now, I've always loved pressing movements, so at number 4, I have a neutral grip incline chest press. Now, I advise holding a neutral grip as it does shoulder flexion, allowing for upper pec bias. This exercise is real stable, and there's a huge window for progression on it. I personally have noticed much better chest development since I've incorporated this into my program. At number 3, we have a frontal plane flap. Now, my lats have always been a weak point, especially so the lower region, so incorporating 2 sets of this into each upper day has really helped me bring it up. And there's a wide variety of machines you can perform this on. Whether I do frontal plane for the lower lats or sagittal plane for the upper, I can personally feel each region being properly worked. And compared to a lat pull down, it's an exercise that is very hard to cheat on. When I first did this exercise, I was a big hater of it. The arm path didn't feel right, the seat height was way too low or high, and I would also account for what some creators online would say about it. But it is one of those exercises you can't knock until you try. I have noticed the most back development from incorporating this into my program. At number 2, we have machine dips. And I know this may sound quite basic, but for the longest time, my tricep programming was straight up redundant. I'd either be doing 2 different movements for the long head or 2 for the medial and lateral head. But ever since I paired a tricep extension with dips, my triceps have grown a whole lot more. This machine is very stable, especially if your legs are locked in like mine are, and it allows for an extremely heavy load. Not that it's a huge driver of hypertrophy, but the mind-muscle connection and burn feels great. And at number 1, we have a seated chest-supported row. This machine has blown up my traps and rhomboids, but make sure you are executing it with proper form. You want to aim to retract your scapula on every rep, aka pinching your shoulder blades together. Personally, progress for me on this has been quite linear, and it is an exercise that I micro-load. I will always aim to start my session with 2 sets of this, and it is extremely hard to cheat your reps on.